students were able to understand the dangers of drugs, how it can affect their life in a very negative way, all were discussed today. And then how parents should put a closer look on their kids. Watch them. Running around looking for money is not the thing, because if you run around and try to make all this money and the kids you're trying to spend the money on, take care of them with the money, are useless, what is the benefit? If our youths are useless, tell me, what will Nigeria become? Foreign investors will not be able to come. They will say, look at that country full of drug addicts. It's about going out there to teach the kids that the abuse of hard drug is bad for you. And even adults are into it.
We learned how we can curb it, like for peer pressure. We stay away from them, and if they try to force us, we voice out. We learn that we should always love ourselves. Doesn't mean that we should always love ourselves. It doesn't mean that we will engage in drugs or any illicit stuff. And they also tell us that we should not allow our influencer, we should not have a bad influencer, it should always be good ones. Like we can see, e.g. Bill Gates and others, we can be influenced by them, not by Portable, Mobad and all those kind of things. I try to engage, they will die at a young age. So I see them, they start working like zombie on the road. You can see them, they'll be doing somehow, they'll have a bad act.
Drug abuse is the abnormal misuse of drugs, and it is very dangerous to we human beings.
Because in every walks of life he has been called to serve his great nation. He has exemplified himself and has left a footprint that is very difficult to match.
Government has to put money aside to campaign, give movie makers money to be able to campaign about this drug abuse. And people watch movies. The best vehicle to pass on any message is through our movies. That's why
all hands must be on deck to portray this challenge faced by the younger generation who are present as well as future leaders. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Towards realizing a safe and secure environment for our citizens, the Office of the First Lady has initiated various interventions and support programs for our children, youth, women, and empowering them with relevant skills to meet the demand of our rapidly growing smart city, which is Lagos. These programs include the Boy Child Initiative. The Boy Child Initiative is to empower boys.
One of the major ways that we can actually help in this drug abuse fight and all is by actually opening up channels for counseling. Yeah, Nigeria is one country that we are not big on guidance and counseling. Important. I mean, opening up helplines, opening up places where people can get help, opening up centers where people can come get help. And that's exactly what, for instance, my foundation, that's exactly what we are up on right now. We're actually opening up helplines. We call it Just Before You Die. And that's what we call the helpline. Other ways that we can actually do this is by a lot of awareness and sensitization, like what is happening today with the CIG and all. I mean, it's very important that people get to know the dangers, the menace, because many people get involved in this without knowing what is the repercussion. So you need to let people know what the repercussion is and all. Just like, for instance, a lot of people don't want to go to hellfire. Why? Because they know that hellfire burns and the rest of it, and people are like, and all the rest of it. So same thing. People need to know that this thing destroys
Drugs, like you were asked. Drug is anything other than food and water.
which is when taken into the body, can alter the functions of the body or the mood of a person. Talking about the image of a nation, Nigeria as a nation was never, like I said before, a source country. That is where these drugs are manufactured. Neither was it a destination country, that is a user country. It was just a transit country, a country whereby drug shipments traveled to reach local dealers and users. As time went by, Nigeria crystallized into a consuming nation. How? When they bring these hard drugs in, like cocaine, heroin, and we being part of the international treaties, a lot of awareness have come on to us, and we are being supported to fight this menace. So people now discover that it was difficult, it was not that easy to send out this country, these drugs, to the user nations. So they will keep them, and after keeping them, they start selling it in their local environments.